Welcome to the HR Happy Hour Work Break. You're here with Trish and Steve. Hey, Steve Bose.
Hey, Trish, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Good to be back after a long weekend.
I know we took a break yesterday and I wanted to at least sort of address it because I do know we have tons of people that watch every single day. And yesterday, it's just one of those days. Sometimes there's no work break. It was 5 p.m. Central Time. I think I was just messaging you like I was just getting my first meal of the day. So all good, but busy.
Yeah.
Busy day.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But we are trying something different. We may adjust, but as of today, we're going to try and start taking breaks 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I know that today is not a Monday, but starting next week, right?
Right.
But we'll try and do it at noon Eastern to at least give us a little more of a schedule, get it out there around the same time. Might not be noon on the nose, but close, right? We're going to do our very best. And again, the only time that'll change is if we happen to be at an event or if we happen to be on a client call or something like that, in which case it may get me or you or a guest, or we'll figure it out. But anyway, so welcome to anyone who's new to us, and hello to all of our old friends that have hopefully been watching us. We've been doing this almost a year, Steve.
Yeah, I know. Do you remember the actual day when the first one of these was? I know it was in April 2020. I guess we should.
I don't know it's soon. It was at the end of April because it was just I was feeling like I needed a break, and I'm like, hey, let's just do this thing. And you're like, okay. So anyway, it's been really hard though. It's a dedication, right? When you think about coming on every single day and trying to do this, but
it can be sometimes for sure.
Yeah,
it's cool.
But
all right,
anyway,
I like this. I like the new approach.
So anyway, we will try and do this, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and sometimes we might do other days too, but we'll try and do it more around noon Eastern.
Right.
So, and obviously available for replay. So what have you been doing today?
Posted a new HR Happy Hour podcast, actually. Just posted about 10 minutes ago.
Shared that.
With Robin J. Suthasan, who's at Mercer now, used to be at Willis Towers Watson. Is an author, futurist, speaker, future of work kind of thought leader, and super interesting guy and really cool. So we just posted that. That's what I was working on primarily this morning.
Well, good. Well, you know what? I've been working on a survey we have coming out probably here in the next week. It's finished, but I'm doing the final run through check of that. So that'll be coming out. But I've been listening to some 80s and 70s music this morning. So I have a couple questions for you. Okay. Because maybe, do you even listen to that music really?
I'm familiar with the 80s, probably more so than the 70s. Sure.
Okay. Well, there are so many 70s songs that I like. I'd call them 70s pop by bands like Exile or Alan Parsons Project or, bands like that. I think Climax was one of them. I've never seen these videos. I didn't know there were videos back then. So I'm listening on YouTube. So I've got it on my TV.
Okay.
And normally I just have jazz playing if I'm working. But anyway, so I'm looking. These bands are kind of scary looking. So if you want to laugh, go back and look at some of the 70s pop videos. They're kind of crazy. I mean, I think they were on shows like maybe American Bandstand or something.
Yeah, sure. Or
they're more TV show videos.
Don Kirshner's rock concert.
Oh my goodness.
That is a reference.
It almost ruins some of those really romantic kind of sexy songs of the 70s. Don't look at the bands because
probably
it's not very good.
Better listen to and watched.
I shared one, and this was from the 80s, and it was a movie I completely forgot about. The song is I Can Dream About You from Streets of Fire. Do you remember that movie?
I don't remember the movie, no.
Oh my gosh. Now I want to go watch Streets of Fire.
Was that like a karate movie, like Jean-Claude Van Damme type of movie?
No,
sounds like it might have been.
No, I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to say go watch it if you haven't watched it. What are your favorite 80s movies? If you had to watch one right now, if I said go watch an 80s movie.
Top Gun?
Ooh, okay.
I guess. I'm not so great at remembering when exactly movies came out, but I'm pretty sure Top Gun was an 80s movie. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll go with that.
I'll watch the volleyball scene in that movie.
America's Finest Actor, Mr. Tom Cruise. In fact, one of the pandemic kind of things, the movie industry, as we've talked about, has been really impacted by the pandemic, as have every industry really. But the long-awaited Top Gun sequel It's going to be titled Maverick. It's been pushed back, I believe, like another year due to pandemic. But
is he going to be a grandpa in this one?
I don't know any of the details of the plot, but I think he's still like he's the new Viper. Like he's kind of the instructor in charge.
Oh,
I think
okay. I might actually like that.
I think it's kind of how it's going to play out. But yeah, it'll be great.
Okay. I'm an early Tom Cruise movie fan, not so much the later stuff. So
little
I thought
taps,
I would like
all the right moves, that kind of thing. Risky business.
A risky business, absolutely. Yeah, anything when he was a little bit younger, and yeah. So anyway, well, that's good. Do you know what today is?
I don't. I know what yesterday was, and we didn't do the show, so I had a yesterday item. But why don't you do your today item?
Okay, so today in 1970, this day in 1970 was the Apollo 13 big catastrophe, right? They were stuck in space. They were trying to get home. And
sure.
I mention it only because, we've talked about the leadership experiences through Experience to Lead in partnership with the conference board. And I've done actually the Apollo 13 mission down in Houston, which was amazing. So highly recommend that. But yeah, it's we talked about the movie not too long ago, right? We watched the movie, and that was one of our
Workplace Movie Hall of Fame shows, Apollo 13. Well, then I will follow up with my yesterday item because it is also space related, Trish.
Is it? Okay.
This day in history, yesterday, April 12th, 1961, Trish. Any guess? Space related?
Sputnik?
Very, very close. Yuri Gagarin becomes the first person to travel into space. April 12th.
In 1961.
How about that?
You know what? I wonder, that seems, obviously that was a long time ago. That seems impossible that we were putting people in space in 1961. Like somehow to me that seems like really, really impressive. It's impressive to me if we can do that today, honestly.
Really jump-started the space race and, commenced in Apollo 11, 1969, right?
Right.
And followed on some great stories that we've covered and talked about here too through Apollo 13.
Yeah. It makes me think, yesterday I was watching some television and there was like a commercial for, I don't even remember what car it was at this point, doesn't matter, but it's, it's all about the cars that drive themselves and help you. Yeah, that one. No, but it was like, it was sort of demonstrating that if you start to run out of your lane, it will not only warn you, but it will actually correct for you and things like that. And I thought, growing up, I remember watching the Jetsons and everybody was like, we're going to have flying cars and this and that. Even though we don't, it's pretty impressive when you think about the fact that drivers who are starting today are going to have all these assistant features. Like I have a feature on my car, which I actually use all the time because my garage seems kind of tight. I know it's regular size, but it feels tight. I can like push the button and let it go and it will back up the car for me.
That's a good one. I wish I had that.
So I can never hit my
mirror a number of times over the years on that garage.
Right? Everyone hits mirrors. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just really impressive when you really think about even HR technology, what's come in the last decade, like things that we take for granted right now. It's like these things are still quite impressive. So anyway, I thought of that yesterday.
I got one more item real quick, Trish. Yesterday,
all right.
Fortune Best Companies to Work For list 2021 was published. Did you see this news?
I did not know. You're scooping me on it.
I'll give you the top 5 down to 1. Number 5, rocket companies like Rocket Mortgage. You've seen them in the news. Number 4, one of my favorites, close to my heart from many years in Western New York, Wegmans Food Markets, the greatest supermarket in the United States for sure. Number 3, Hilton Hotels. Number 2, Salesforce. Number 1, Cisco, Trish. We've got some friends who work there.
Congratulations to Cisco.
I'll give you one more. I want one more guess on this. There was one HR tech company in the top 10, not in the top 5, but in the top 10. Any guesses?
UKG.
Our friends at UKG came in at number 6.
Is that right? Am I right?
You are right. Congrats to UKG. There were a couple of other HR tech companies on the list too, a little bit longer down the list, but those are your top 6.
There are some really great companies there. Definitely congratulations to Cisco. It's funny, we were just talking about them. We have our good friend Michael Krupa, who is a very high level there, right? Is he chief technology officer and in diversity and inclusion as well?
He's chief of something. I don't know what exactly.
He's the best. He's the best. No, in being serious, they're doing so many great things that we are going to be talking about in the next couple of weeks, in fact. So
Cool.
good for them. I didn't know they were number one, but there we go.
Number one.
All right. Well, listen, we're at the 10-minute mark. It's been a good break. And I feel like this is actually really helpful, taking it in the middle of the day instead of the end of our day. So perfect. Let's see. Oh, we've got some comments here. I just want to say here, thank you so much. Look at that.
Very cool.
It is hard to pull off every day. But you know what? It's funny. We don't take good enough care of ourselves, the collective we. So if we can actually take a 10-minute work break in the middle of the day, it seems crazy saying that would be difficult to do, but it is. So we will do our best. We're going to try and do better at doing this around noon Eastern every day. So have a good rest of your day, Steve Bose, and everyone listening. I hope your day is going well. We will see you back here tomorrow because it's Wednesday, keeping with our Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.